So this was tremendous help also with the baby boy who was born there. Diapers for him and everything which was needed and which was essential for the children. There were often times where they had nothing to eat, and in this case they received help from Aswin.
And then you started to realize that not only you but your kids as well are really, really lucky to be born here and not somewhere in the middle of Yugoslavia during the war, right now in Ukraine or something. It's not the fault of these children that they are in this situation.
We now definitely know where the money goes to and how positive it is to support those children and those families in the Balkans.
It's hard to imagine something you haven't actually witnessed or you haven't seen. I think we all have a general understanding of what a charity is and what it does, and in this case it's specifically around children. But once you actually see the children and you see the SOS people and volunteers, it gives a whole new dimension to it, filling in the 80% or 70% that I was missing initially.
Thought was, wow, what a great experience it would be. Almost 7,000 kilometers on a bike. That would be great. And for this purpose, yeah, it's awesome.
So when we were looking for a charity, we were looking for one that would give us a tangible project, something that we could share with our sponsors ahead of time, but also afterwards, depending of course on how much money we collected. SOS is a charity that gives us that tangibility. You can see where the result of the project. So we could make it a complete part of the adventure. In the beginning, explaining to our sponsors. During, they were part of the journey, we visited them, and afterwards we could explain and show where the sponsor money went and the good work that was done with it.
Traveled 7,000 kilometers through 15 countries. I mean, we had, especially the first week, we had terrible weather. I mean, we were soaking wet each day. Even the luggage, my feet, the boots were soaking wet.
It was a lot of kilometers in short time, very short time, with a lot of bad weather. The most impression was, meeting the mothers and children in a home, doing the best they can.
I was told that there were 3 people coming. Finally there were 4, and it was a really, really happy moment.
Bravo, bravo. Ah, oh, bravo. Svaka koja.
Mi къде е синята?
I have a background with a son who needs a lot of medical care. So I have a difficult situation at home sometimes. So not comparable with the situation over there. But I guess, yeah, there are loads of, I mean, if you compare to Africa again or the Middle East, I mean, there's so much images on the news, you know, that you can prepare somewhat for what you can expect. But if you meet people in real life and talk to them and really learn from them how difficult life is for them and what difficulties they have to bear, then of course that makes a totally different impact than looking at videos on your screen, on your television or from the internet. So that's totally different.
We met a mother with 7 children, in the age of 4 months till 12 years. And she lived for 160 euros a month with the whole family in a home where nobody wants to live, from Dutch perspective. So yeah, that's on my mind all the time, on how she do that, and so positive. So being aware of her situation and trying to build up her children in a good way and educate and etc.
I was actually inspired by a famous actor who did quite a bit longer journey, but a similar concept, in combination with the fact that I've always wanted to do something for a charity, and that I have ties with Bulgaria. My father lives in Bulgaria. So this mix kind of started to grow when all the ingredients started to take place, and this inspired the bikers, the colleagues, you know, doing an adventure together, doing it for a cause, doing it for a measurable cause, and making it much longer than just a bike ride or just a simple charity, a more simple charity.
But if you see those children and you see those smiles, I mean, yeah, you definitely want to do it over and over again, and travel even 8, 9, 10,000 kilometers if you have to.
Hello, my name is Margot Ende and I'm the Managing Director of SOS Children's Villages in the Netherlands. As you probably know, the war in Ukraine has claimed many lives. According to the United Nations, an estimated 1.7 million children on both sides of the front line have been harmed through lack of proper shelter, nutrition, medicine or schooling. SOS Children's Villages has continued to meet the needs of families and children in Ukraine. With the SOS Ukraine Bike Challenge 2016, a group of Dun & Bradstreet employees will ride across Europe to support our work in Ukraine, to support children and families who are suffering due to this conflict. Hereby, I want to ask for your support. Please help. With your help, we can provide children with a safe and loving family environment. No donation is too small. On behalf of the children and families in the Ukraine, I would like to thank you for your support. Join the Ukraine Bike Challenge 2016.